Tattoos. You see them everywhere. On celebrities, moms. They have become almost a norm in our culture. But I wanted to explore something in particular. Women with tattoos. Meet Morgan, a tattoo artist and shop owner of Classic Tattoo in San Marcos, Texas. Ruby D, a musician based in Austin, and Glenn Ashley, a hairstylist who just moved to the ATX from Louisiana. Their tattoos aren't just art, they are part of their life story.
My name is Morgan Haberly. I'm 28 years old and I own and tattoo at Classic Tattoo in San Marcos, Texas.
I'm Danielle Ruby Filippa, but I go by Ruby D, my middle name, and I'm 45 years old and I'm a singer-songwriter.
I am Glenn Ashley Carroll. I'm 23 years old and I am going to be a hairstylist.
I always wanted to do tattoos from the time I was in high school. I started talking about it when I was about 14 or 15 with my mom, and she was really supportive.
The first tattoo I ever got was a stupid idea. Not that getting tattoos in general were stupid, but that one in particular, it was the bat, because my friends and I used to sit around and talk about how we were like bat cavers and we were cool because we were punk rock and we were the fringe of society. And well, that was true. We were the fringe of society, we were punk rockers, but I didn't really have any connection to bats or anything. So a year later I ended up covering it up with a bigger tattoo. It was a dragon wrapped around a double-edged sword, and the bat became the top of the sword, and then in the sword body was the tail. So it was actually pretty cool how it turned out in the end. But yeah, that was my first tattoo.
I feel I've always been a very creative person, and I feel that I'm not the best person to draw or paint. So tattoos is kind of my way to express my creativity, and they all have significant meaning to me.
My dad actually cried when I got my first tattoo. Not happy tears. He was very upset, did not want me to have it. You know, this is not the life that he envisioned for me, obviously. But luckily, he is a logical person and a rational person. He knows that if I'm happy, that's the best he can hope for, and I'm definitely happy doing this. I can't see doing anything else. This is what I love, and people who love me know that, and they appreciate that. And if anybody has anything negative to say, I probably won't be listening.
In the 70s, and because it was 79 when I got mine, or 80, you know, women didn't really get tattoos, and if you did, it was because you were part of something seriously outside of the normal society, like a punk rocker. And you were making a statement, and that's what I was doing. I was making a statement about, this is my body, this is my life, this is who I am. And at the time, like I said, I didn't really know who I was. I was pretty young, and so I put the tattoo on that I eventually later covered up. But yeah, there weren't a lot of women with tattoos, and there weren't even a lot of young people with tattoos. You had sailors, you had bikers, you had prison, you know, folks in prison, and that was really it, unless you had people who were tattoo aficionados who were hiding it. Like, they would be normal people on the surface and they would cover everything up, but then they would be like these closet tattoo people. Eventually those people were able to come out of the closet too, but because of people like me who, you know, took the fringe and made it public.
Well, in Baton Rouge, it's not like a whole lot of people have tattoos. It's kind of an old-fashioned, the whole state of Louisiana still, besides New Orleans, is kind of old-fashioned still. And so she has a tattoo, and so does one of my aunts. They actually got them together, and my father doesn't. So having her have one, I knew it wasn't going to be as big of a deal. My dad was a coach at my high school and found out from another teacher that I got a tattoo, so he wasn't too happy. But it made it easier with my mom having one.
This tattoo of a phoenix that I got from an artist named Guy Aitchison. He's in Marion, Illinois, Southern Illinois. I drove up to get tattooed by him. Well, the first session, it was done in 2 sessions. First session was 8 hours. It was done at the Austin convention. And then the next session was 12 hours, and it was done at his home in Southern Illinois. And when I got tattooed by him, it really opened my mind to a lot of things about tattooing. It kind of cemented my image of myself as a tattoo artist. Whereas I think before, just because I was so young, I mean, when I got this, I was like 21, 22. So I was still kind of wondering. I was still in college. I didn't know if I was gonna like ever stop tattooing and maybe do something else, or where my degree was gonna take me, or anything like that. And then when I got this tattoo from him and I got to sit with him for 20 hours and talk and pick his brain and look at how he worked, I mean, he is to me the epitome of what a tattoo artist should be.
Like, I've got a tattoo, I've got a star on my stomach. That means I'm a star-bellied sneetch. Do you know what that is from Dr. Seuss?
Oh, yeah,
Sneetches, right?
Okay, right.
They got stars upon the R's. And so, yeah, I'm a star-bellied sneetch. And that's just to show that, you know what, there's really no difference between all of us. I got a star, you don't have a star, whatever, we're the same. So that's that. That's what that one's all about. And I love that one because it looks cool, and it just makes me feel like I'm special but not that special. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like everybody else. The ones on my feet are particularly meaningful to me because they are about things that I've done in my life and places I've been. And these are based on Maori tattoos that are actually by the women in the Maori Islands, or in the Pacific Islands, get these tattoos. Usually on their faces. I wasn't about to get any tattoos on my face, but I thought, my feet, that's good enough. This represents fishing, and these are the nets, and these are the fish that usually would hang off the nets, but we stylized this. It's a little bit different than the tattoos would be on the women in the Pacific Islands. The best fishing is at night, and so that's what that represents. I used to be a professional fisherwoman. I used to fish in Alaska on fishing boats, so that's something I've done. And this is the bounty of the earth, if you will, the seeds and the flowers that come from the seeds. And of course, the bounty of the earth comes from the blessings of the sun. And then there's, well, after major events in my life, I get a tattoo. So there's one on this arm that I got after my divorce. There's one on this arm I got when I started this band. And so they've got meaning to me.
I have 8 tattoos, and I have them on one on my foot, one on my calf, on both my arms, and a back piece in the works. This is a fleur-de-lis, and it is, I just found out yesterday actually, has been decided on. It's the symbol for Louisiana. Bobby Jindal made it the symbol. So I'm proud of where I come from. This one, kind of go with the Louisiana thing, is love. It's like the love statue, but the L is Louisiana. This one it's supposed to be more of like where I'm going in the future with the hairstylist business to where it's been in the past. And inside this one is a little fairy. You can see her outline, which is my first tattoo. And then Spesso Camaraderie, Thick as Thieves, which I got with my best friend and my mom.
It's gotten to where, I'm willing to travel across the world for an artist that I love. And I think if you're really serious about getting good tattoos, you have to be willing to wait for the person and go to the person whose artwork resonates the most with you. And even if that person has a year-long waiting list or 5 years or whatever, I mean, it's your tattoo, it's life. It's not a t-shirt from Target that you're buying. Like, you gotta really think and really put the money and time into getting that investment. So I mean, I'm trying to stretch it out so that I don't get all filled up too soon, because that could happen real easily. I love tattoos. I would probably get tattooed like every month if I could, because I've never stopped liking them. I've never, people always say, well, you're gonna wake up one day and look at all those tattoos and think, what did I do? And that has never even come close to happening for me. I wake up every single day thinking, what am I gonna do next? What can I do with this? What can I put right here? Like, I'll probably get tattooed completely head to toe by the time I'm dead.
By the time I was getting into the serious artwork aspect of the tattoos that I have on my body, it wasn't like I was trying to rebel or prove a point or anything more. It was just, oh, this is a part of my life, and this is part of who I am, and I want to put it on my body.
It's my canvas, it's my body, so yeah.